Turner was inspired by Margate to paint his sunsets. T.S. Eliot wrote his poems there. Now, the artist Anthony Gormley is planning his latest project for the seaside town of Margate.
The success of this will be the degree to which the people of Margate feel that this represents them.
What's all that about then? What's the point of it?
I think we could take a metre off it without him feeling in any way inadequate. It's cool.
He looks good.
It's still
from
got
a distance.
bit of gym work to do, I
well,
think, probably.
there's a little bit more work. His hands, but
No, his hands.
his head, his nose looks good. Look at the body; it's got fatter. What have you done to him?
Well, I hope it's not fat. I hope it is.
Well,
you know,
well, if you know what I mean, it's gone into the shape.
Bit of form.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
got
right
like,
spot.
you know, like. Set fire to it, I've heard.
Especially if they stick a few yobbos in that room up there, I'll be here.
It's a shame you want to burn it.
We don't want to burn it.
Because
Some of us don't.
we've never had nothing like this in Margate.
No.
It's taken the team of volunteers 4 weeks and tons of rubbish. And now Waste Man is finally complete. Thousands of people are expected. But there's one last problem. The council have warned if the wind blows in the wrong direction, they will not allow Waste Man to burn.
Completely still. We've got a clear sky. We've got amazing clouds. It's just looking.
The collapse hasn't happened yet. Don't get your chickens.
No cameras should be standing by. Everyone should be standing by. We are very close to going.
Look at that. Look at that. That's fantastic.
There were 6 of us that were invited to look at 3 very different galleries that were all in the south of England and all by the sea, and they've all got quite different architecture and they all have collections of different kinds.
I think the process of working with a collection or working with 3 different collections and 3 different buildings and 3 different audiences and 3 different cities is a really complicated one, but pleasurably complicated. Well, I'm looking at different kinds of sea, really. So my sense of how Southampton is as a slice of sea is very much to do with the docks and a kind of industrial sense of sea, and that's interesting to me. I've been photographing the paintings with extension tubes so that you can really take small fragments from the paintings and looking at the points where the sea meets the sky or the sky meets the shore, kind of boundaries of things.
What I decided to do was go to each location and actually get a real sense of what my initial response was to each location and actually try and work from there. I usually work in ways that are responsive to either site, as in terms of architecture, or situation, in terms of how people actually are expected to behave in a particular place. So I was quite so the things that I was looking for when I went to the different places were kind of character. For St Ives, I realised that what I really wanted to do was create a piece that would make people really think about the relationship of the gallery, both the collection inside the gallery and the physical place of the gallery itself and the architecture in relation to landscape, because it's clearly something that's incredibly important here. It's perfectly obvious to anybody that comes here, but also that feeling of wanting to take some of that away with you, and obviously not being able to take it home except for in postcards or snapshots, and then they kind of almost replace your real memory.
Art in general has always puzzled me. The first art gallery I ever went into was here in Leeds, early in the Second World War. It had scarcely any pictures, and the only one that caught my eye was rude.
It's so natural, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Is it Kokoschka?
No.
No.
What should this
Do
string?
that, French.
What should this string,
What's
please?
the string?
At the age of 8, one had not learned, nor I suppose had our form mistress, the propriety of art. But art and antiquity make it quite proper to peep. It's all right if it's art. I was once at an exhibition of Indian paintings at the Hayward Gallery, Tantra, and there was one panel where a goddess was having every possible thing done to her, through every conceivable orifice by half a dozen strapping young men, and enjoying every minute of it. And looking at this were two middle-aged, very middle-class ladies. Eventually one of them spoke. Goodness. She's a busy lady.
And I know I can't beat them up. They're much stronger than me. They can beat me anytime. Even in the gym, when you get changed, they can beat you up. They don't care what the teacher say. I just come into school, and they rushed me. They took me to a place that nobody sees them, and they beat me up, kicked me everywhere.
So what do you say to your parents?
I say they keep beating me up. I don't want to go to school. I want to change schools. I don't want to be near them anymore. I even want to move from this state because they live around here. When I see them, I try to run it away from them as fast as I could. They run after me. There's lots of them. Some go after me, some go different ways, and they catch me.
The purpose of this course is to minimise, do you understand minimise? Lessen your possibilities of becoming a victim. I've had enough of this now. Leave me alone! Okay. Do you think I meant it?
Yeah.
All right. What was the first thing that I did?
Stop. Stood up straight.
Stopped, good. Thought. It was like, ping, the light bulb went on. Stood up straight. When you're ready, decide you don't deserve it, and do something.
Now I can face up to them and say that I'm scared of you. And say that, leave me alone, go away, I ain't that scared of you now. So I have the confidence to say that in front of their faces. Most people aren't bullying me now, and that makes me more confident to stand up for myself.
Do you think that fighting back is the answer?
No, because fighting back would not solve anything. They might just come and beat me up again. Don't know.
So what is the answer?
Have confidence in yourself.
Wake up on Sunday morning, everything feels so boring. Is that where it ends? With your life through a lens.
All day, every day, I'm a big thinker. And I just think, and I run myself ragged inside, and building up different situations that haven't even arose, or situations that can arise, and I'm constantly thinking about myself all day. Image, presentation, what I'm saying, and how I'm saying it. And I think that just comes across in the album, because that's how I was thinking. I'm very, very inward.
Well, these are strange days, we're living in today. C'est la vie, I say.
We're just walking down the street and somebody will say something, or I'll hear somebody say something, that's an interesting line. And then I'll sing it to myself, and I'll sort of get a song planned out in my head, lyrically, melodically. And then I come in with Guy, and he gets on the old banjo, and I have a bit of a strum, and we sort of put it together that way. It's like Lionel Bart, actually, funny one. Lionel Bart can't read music and can't play an instrument, but he writes musicals. And I suppose it's the same sort of way that he does it. He just gets it in his head. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family. I'm a bit like that. The lifestyle that I've led for the past couple of years, where it's, you know, pretty false, very fake.
Wake up on Sunday morning, everything feels so boring. Is that where it ends? With your life through a lens.
Fur coat, no knickers, you know, nice car, no food in the fridge.
Hair is the new hat, brown is the new black. She shouldn't wear this, he shouldn't wear that.
Quite cynical view on the people that I've been hanging around with. You know what I mean? So I've got a song out of him, if nothing else.